Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to the channel. Welcome to Sim Racing Bible. Hope you're all doing well. I see you've got plenty of guys on the chat already. Welcome to Mandula, to Turbo, to Ruby, to Tony Martin, to Reflexor Z, to Simrox. Welcome. It's so good to have you all with us. It's an exciting evening because we're back in Live for Speed and we're going to be checking out some more of the most amazing mods you'll ever come across in sim racing, and I'm sure we're going to be in for some fun action this evening. It's going to be a lot of fun, so do stick with us. We're going to go through various different cars, and yeah, this is going to be good. So, as you can probably tell from the image on the screen here now, there's one car that I promised in the Discord channel that I would do, and so we are going to take a look at that sim, don't worry. So let's jump into the sim now, and we'll see what we have to play with this week. So, here we go. Let's get myself up and running here. Hope you're all doing well anyway. It's good to be back. Right. Hey Funky, hey Frederick, good evening everybody. Okay, so I'm running the test patch. So for guys who aren't running this yet, go check it out. It's in the forums. You can go download it and give it a go. Make sure you back up your Live for Speed executable file within your Live for Speed folder before you install it, so you can revert back to it if you need to. But as you can tell, the difference in the test patch is you can now see mods side by side in either a 2-column width or a 4-column width, so you can actually see a lot more of them in one page rather than having to scroll down and go through them. So that's really handy. So let's have a look then. So first of all, we're going to start off with our unfinished business. So Tim, let's go find the Shankar T16. This is custom made for Live for Speed, as obviously most of these mods are. This is based on a kind of rallycross type car, I suppose you could call it, but a nice throwback livery to some of the original liveries in Live for Speed as well. So we're going to give this a go. There's a few different setups. So go from different shock absorber settings. We've got a KYB spec one with higher ride height there. Experimental. Sounds interesting. I'm not sure whether I should dare give it a go. And we have a tarmac version as well. But we're going to run with the standard wheel RX setting up here. And we're going to give this a go. So let's take this to a rallycross track. It's probably the best option for us straight away. So we'll go to the Blackwood one because that's a really nice rallycross track. So let's see what this thing is like on track. So here we go. Straight into it. Reflexor Z. Well, look at that. There's my R8 right there. Well, we'll have to give that a try, won't we? So here we go. We have quite a nice looking interior straight away before we even get into it. I think this is using one of the wheels that you see in some of the GTR spec cars on Live for Speed. But nice looking interior. Get ourselves into first gear. And in typical rallycross fashion, it picks up pretty quick. Right. Okay, straight away it's quite responsive on the old turn-in. And quite happy to go sideways too. Oop. Let's try and get this together a little bit here, shall we? This thing is pretty fun already. We haven't even done a lap yet. Right, down to the first corner, hard on the brakes. Haven't got my handbrake mapped to a button or anything, but happily rotates into the first corner with a bit of a flick. Up over the jump, through the chicane. And then a big old flick into the left-hander. Probably need to have shifted down another gear there. Probably a bit too wild, I think, possibly as well. So the hairpin back onto the tarmac we go. Well, sort of. Onto the grass as well. This is actually really fun to throw around. You can really give it a good load of opposite lock and just balance the car through the corners. Up over the curbs, no problem. This just goes sideways everywhere, even on the tarmac. It's just mad. Right, down to first corner again. That's what we call a late apex. Not that I completely missed the corner at all, of course. through the chicane, and let's chuck it left. That's a little bit better. That was a little bit better through there. Well, that's... I must admit, this is pretty fun. It's nice to drive. It's got a good level of feedback as well through the wheel. You can see what's going on with the car. And you really feel the weight as it transitions through that corner there. There we go. Good job, Tim. Awesome car. A lot of fun, that. Yes, this is the Shankar T16. I think there's an RX version as well. There's a couple of versions. Rallying with a Formula Rim, bravery, says Sim Broadcast. Yes, it's all I have, so you make do with what you've got. But it works. Just need to remember where your hands are and where your grip bits are. But good fun. Right. Awesome. Good start. Let's go and have a look and see what else we can find. So yeah, I really like that one. So there are a couple of versions of the Shankar. As mentioned, I think there's an RX and there's a WTCC version as well, which is more circuit-based. So if you have a different desire of driving, then there's a version of the Shankar for you. So that's good. So I've got plenty of comments coming in as well. So Reflector Z says it looks like it's improved a lot. Yeah, it has. It's got a good feel to that. I have driven it before, but that felt really, really nice to drive at. Right, okay. So let's have a look. What else have we got then? Let's go. We'll start at the top of the list. So we'll have a quick flick through. And you can see, obviously, there'll be someone here that we've driven in the previous stream. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out afterwards. But there are definitely a few new ones. And I'm very curious to try a couple of them because some of them look pretty fun. So what have we got? We've got looks like an Audi R8. Don't mention that word. It's not an Audi R8. It is a it is an Ada 8R. So there you go. You've been told it's not an R8 at all. Nice. Looks good. Few colorway options. Nice yellow, lime green. Whew. Typical black bodywork stripe up the side. Looks very nice. The red's very good. So we've got three specs of setup. We've got daily. We have daily with body kit with a big wing on the back. And we have a track day one which has been dropped as well. So it's just, speaking of a drop. Okay, yeah, it's still got a bit of movement to it, but it's yeah, pretty stiff. Let's check it against the daily version. Pretty similar actually. The daily with the body kit. Fun stuff. Right. Well, I actually kind of fancy trying the track day version. Actually, I'm going to give this a rip. Not on the rallycross track, of course. That would be silly. So we're going to try. We're going to just do this as we'll do the international version of West Hill, which is a really enjoyable circuit. Actually, I do like this one. So we'll see how this goes. I know we've got quite a lot of the Live for Speed community in with us in the chat and watching along. So welcome to all of you guys. And if you spot your mods we're trying tonight, do shout up. I know this is yours, Reflector Z, but do shout up. And it's it's great to have you. And thank you so much for everyone who's created mods and giving us opportunity to drive them. So, okay, well, first of all, sitting inside this thing, cockpit looks really nice. Ooh, let's look the other way. Yeah, looks nicely modeled. I know there are some issues looking on the Discord channel. There are some limits on the number of polygons you can use. So I think people have been kind of trying to be quite careful with where they have the polygons. But inside looks really, really nice. I noticed the gauges are the opposite way around. I think that's probably on purpose to make them okay, but still use the same gauges. So interesting touch to see if so the needle goes from the red line to the round to 1, but that's okay. Right, give this a go. Well done. You managed to get a nice V10 sound out of that. That sounds really good. Okay, tucked into here, coming up to the international chicane. Good section of circuit that. Okay, here we go. Oh, so the track day setup still needs updating, does it? Okay, that's fine. Still seems to drive okay. Okay, down to the last corner to start ourselves a new lap. Let's go. That does sound really good. Oh, is that the you're talking about the gauges there, reflector? That's fine. It's all good. Oop. Okay, we managed to hold it. It's good. I thought that was game over. Oop. Oh, is game audio a bit quiet? We'll turn that up after this one. We'll do a quick lap here and then we'll turn the volume up for you guys so you can hear it. Back end's quite lively, likes to come around on the brakes. Some nice sweeping corners here at West Hill. Again, nice detail through the force feedback there as well. Just feeling the bumps on the rumble strips on the outside. Yeah, the rear end definitely likes to come around on you on the braking. Helps with rotation to the corners though, as does a bit of right foot. So all that downforce from the rear helping me to get the power down on this thing. Here we go. Big braking point up here. Spot the apex on the inside and just get it through there with a bit of right foot. Sorry, he's being a bit of a hooligan around there at the moment. It's not very neat at all, but good fun. Okay, down to the final corner. It's a bit of a battle keeping that rear end in check, but it's okay. It's all part of the fun. But yeah, okay, so looks-wise, looks really good. Sound-wise, very, very nice indeed. Let's have a quick look at the outside. Try and battle the rear end as we are not in the car. So this is obviously this is the original shape 8R. But it looks very nice. Looks very good on track. Very good. Sounds good from the outside too. Right. Let's go back to the pits a second. I'll turn the volume up for you guys as well. And that's a little bit better. I'm glad you're watching this because I didn't realize the gauge was like that at the race side. That's fine. It's all right. It's all good. Okay, so you reckon daily setup would be better for the rear end action? That's cool. Give that another go at some point as well. So that's very, very nice. Well done, Reflexor. That's awesome. So we've got basically an XR GTR RC version there, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. I reckon it's going to be absolutely minute. So you got the pins to the body, and this is taking the original XR and just shrunk it onto a remote control car body. Okay. So our cockpit mode is actually outside. What happens here? Does it even move? Ah, there we go. Obviously only one gear because it's remote control, but once you engage it, it goes pretty quick. Right, here we go. Ooh. Good brakes too. Stop trying to shift, Phil, there's no gears. Here we go. Our lines from our R8 moments. Let's go flat out through here. Over the curbs. I wonder if the whole lap's flat out. Probably is, actually. What kind of speed are we doing? 94 miles an hour. A little RC car. Here goes. Right, let's try and keep this flat through here. Yep. Manage that one. Okay. Place your bets now. How far around the lap do we get before we have to lift? I'm going to try and keep it flat the whole way around and see what we do. So Manjula says, another great feature in the test patch, you can rotate the car in pits by dragging with the mouse to have a look at the exterior. Oh, excellent. Because it used to be just the arrows that you could use to rotate it in the showroom mode, but that's cool. We'll have a look at that as well. The first corner ticked off. Flat out, no problem. Now let's see what happens when things tighten up a little bit. That one's a nice easy flat as well. Where's this going to come unstuck, I wonder? This is obviously not the circuit for this particular car. I do wonder, actually, we might be able to get this AI working with us too. That might be interesting to see if we can get a RC car race around one of the kart tracks. There we go, still flat out, not lifted yet. A little bit of speed scrub off from the corners there, but that's okay. We're quickly back up to terminal velocity once again. Now, here we go. This could be the one. No. Flat out through there too. Point of note, there isn't, from what I can feel, much in the way of force feedback. So I'm literally trying to steady this by what I can see. But that's okay. Right. Let's see if we can take this one flat out too. This is quite a tight one. And we're off track. But in fairness though, that's the only corner on the entire track where we couldn't keep it within bounds. That's pretty cool. Let's just come out of here for a sec and we'll go do single player. And we'll come back to this beastie later on. You've probably seen that from the thumbnail anyway. Let's go up to the top here. See if we can. Oops, no, that's not the menu I want. Do that. Let's take. Let's do this kart track here, and see if we can add some AI drivers. And give it a 3-lap race around here. We'll generate an AI path for it and see how it goes. Updated path info. Good. Right. Here we go. RC car races at the Westhill kart track. Sure, we're actually got first engaged. We have. Go for the lights. And away we go. Ooh. Being forced off. No! Leave me alone. Now this is a little bit more involved. Ooh, oh no. Well, so far, I haven't seen them. Where have they all gone? I hope they haven't tipped over in the first corner. There's a whole lot of tire marks, so they made it through here. Here they are. They're just too quick for their own good. He's ploughing off onto the outside. Excuse me, coming through. Oh no! It's just absolute chaos. Just get the crossover on that one there, got underneath him again. Well, that's a little bit insane. Good fun though. Enjoyed that. Brett, you made the RC Mini. Well done. Good on you. That's really cool. AI struggle around here a little bit though. Don't know where this guy's going. Oh, here they come. Don't hit me. You can change the body shell on the menu, can you? Okay. Just one doing donuts. Okay, let's have a look. Configure. Oh yeah. Do a new setup here. Test. What have we got? So no shell. Oh, nice. You got a throwback to all the. Oh, that's cool. I like that. FZR is very, very nice. That's brilliant. Awesome stuff. Good job. And obviously you can change the colors on that as well. Good fun. Okay, so let's work our way through here. So we obviously tried a few cars here, but we're going to give this next one a go. This is called the Pro 2, which looks very much like a Benetton from 94, I'm going to say. 94, 95, that kind of era. But of course, it isn't a Benetton. It is a Pro 2. Looks good. Nice shape. It's got a typical high nose, low kind of aero setup that you would normally get on early 90s Formula 1 cars. So yeah, curious to give this a go. This one's showing a 3-litre V10. There's still AI finishing the race. Oops, we can't go on there, can we? That's not going to work. Let's come out of that. It's just let the RC cars finish themselves off. Right. Well, let's take this to Rockingham. We'll go on the yeah, we'll do the ISSC layout. And we'll give this one a try. So again, cockpit wise, got a nice personal looking style steering wheel. Sounds good. Please let me know if the audio is okay. This is a little bit of a beastie, says Tony. I'd agree with that so far. We haven't got properly into this yet, but... Right, okay, let's try and keep control of this thing. Around the oval banking we go. Down towards the hairpin. Whoop. Definitely need to be careful on that throttle. Whoop. Okay. Reactions required. We're going to get stuck in the gravel here, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. We'll start that again. Beached in our Pro 2 Benetton. Okay, thanks Reflexive, thanks for letting me know about the audio. Glad it's sounding like a good balance. Okay, let's try and keep this thing going in a straight line. Nope, that's not the start to the lap we were looking for. Come on, Phil. Get control. Revs and revs, isn't it? Right. It actually sounds really good too. I do love the noise of this. Let's be trying to concentrate here, going a little bit quiet. Just trying to keep this thing in check. Definitely feel it load up a bit better in the higher speed corners. Low speed corners is a bit of a challenge. So make sure you're absolutely straight before you go full throttle, and even then it's a bit of a uncertainty as to whether it's going to spin up on you. Third gear trying to come out of the final chicane, and we're all good. Nice reverb off the concrete wall on the outside. Only 6 gears, obviously. Oh, that's too late on the brakes. Quick little spin turn. Even third to here this time. Turn in. Well, that's a bit of a handful. It really is, but fun. Really fun. That's really cool. Like, that sounds great. Let's have a quick look from the outside as well, just to watch my inability to drive it. That looks really good on track too, doesn't it? Oh, the scream as it comes towards you as well sounds amazing. Oh, top work. That's really good. That's really cool. I mean, we're 3 mods in, guys, and it's just, yeah, outstanding. Outstanding. Actually, no, 4 mods in. Sorry, 4 mods in. Getting carried away with how many we're going through here. So, we're going through in order. There's a few which we'll probably come to, which we can skip over because we've already tried. But yeah, no, definitely good start. So next one up, Formula Ground Effect. Now, it is F1 launch season at the moment, so a lot of cars are being launched at the moment. And this looks very similar to the Red Bull one as it currently stands. This is obviously based on the 2022 specs, with ground effect going on. We've got a high nose and wing, and the new swooping rear wing and bodywork. So yeah, this should be interesting to see how this one goes. So catching up with what you guys have been saying on here. So Tony, you drove that last one, the Formula One on Blackwood, is really tough. It is a tough car to drive. You got to be on it to do it. Frankie says Phil can handle it. If you can tame the Fusca, you can drive it. Yes, Fusca, the ultimate driver's car. Tim, oh thanks, no problem. Yeah, happy to drive the car. It's brilliant. It's good fun. Awesome stuff. Hey Marty's here. Tony says the default setup, this one could be very tricky to drive. Yeah, I think that Benison might need a bit of setup work to kind of see what we can do. It drives nice as it is anyway, but yeah, with some setup work it'd be even better. Manjulo, hi, says the Tyler 08 1990 is very similar to this. Yeah, I've noticed there's a few 90s F1 cars, so we might have to give those a bit of a race with multiple cars on track and see how that goes. Did a great race with that on Tuesday. That also wants to kill the driver in every second, but got used to after 5% back. Tyler 018 says such a well-formed car. Oh, we'll have to give that a go then, I think. That's brilliant. Right, let's give this a try. So we've got the red ball livery. What else we got? We've got a Somades livery, I'm going to call it, because it's not what we think it is. Red and then plain colors. That's cool. We've got some setup options as well. So typical, we have speed setup, which is higher ride height by the looks of things. We have Monaco one, which I'm assuming is having a quicker steering rack, and we have a roadshow version. So that's like oh yeah, so we're running shredded tires, so like you do a street demo. Yeah, I get that. That's cool. But let's give the typical one a go, shall we? We'll take the red ball livery. Where should we go with this one? I think maybe let's do our first run at the actual Blackwood GP circuit. Go-to circuit of many Live for Speed fans, just because it's just ingrained in us as Live for Speed drivers that we have to drive at Blackwood. Okay, let's give this a try. Nice steering wheel, lots of dials and buttons and settings which don't touch. So obviously, current specification aero have these little winglets that come over the top of the wheels, supposedly to prevent or disturb the air that gets caught up over the top of the wheels and then make less dirty air from behind. So let's see what this is like. Obviously, in real world, these F1 cars are going to be V6 turbos. Already quite a bit more grip than the Benetton, but then you would kind of expect that with the aero increases we've had. Ooh, too deep on the brakes. Ooh, still can get round though. Okay. So we know now to be a little bit careful, trying to come out of the slow corners. No traction control on, of course. Picks up and goes as well as you'd expect, 7 gears. Again, thinking it's going to stop quicker than it actually is. Need to brake just a little bit earlier. Oof. It's quite happy to go around as well. No, don't get stuck on that sausage curb. Right, come on then. Let's try and do something with this. I think I've just cooked my tyres. Let's just restart that a second and give it a fair go, because it's rather heated, I think, after all that spinning. Let's try and ease ourselves in a little bit gently, if we can. I'm going to brake a bit early for the hairpin this time. It's just treading on eggshells with the throttle. Don't want to put too much on. It's going to trust it, Phil. Take care of tyres, yes. I think that seems to be the thing with this car. Okay, it's a little bit neater. Okay, well, we survived those 2 corners this time as well, so it's an improvement. It's getting there now. It feels a little bit more stable, but we still have this hairpin to negotiate. Still trying to take too much speed through there. Oh. Well, it's probably damaged now as well, but that's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely a handful, and as you'd expect, I mean, obviously got a lot of power. But again, yeah, sounds pretty good. Like the steering wheel, looks nice. Car model looks cool as well. Let's just go back to the pits and we'll check it out. So, yep, there you go. So you can spring it around with your mouse, which is nice. But yeah, model looks really good. Very similar to what you would expect to see. And they even got wheel covers as well by the looks of things, which is nice. Okay. What else have we got? Right. Now, Ruby, I believe this is yours. You got in contact with me and asked me if I'd give this a test. So I will gladly do so. This is the GTV 34, not a Nissan Skyline R34, obviously. So I'm going to give this a go, see what I think. Ruby's very kindly and very very generously given me the opportunity to test this car. So I'll do my best and see what it's like. But first impressions, looking at it, looks very nice indeed. Some good angles on it. Looks very, very good. And we've obviously got some typical Skyline colours. A nice purple there, dark blue, and a yellow. I'm going to go with the blue because I think that's probably my favourite colour in the R34. I say V34. So yeah, this one 2.6 litre turbo inline 6 with 4-wheel drive, of course. This is probably the last of the ultimate Skylines, I suppose you could call them, before it just went to GTR mode with the current GTR. So for a lot of people, this is the pinnacle of Skylines, I think, for a lot of people, other than obviously an R32, because it's got that appeal, hasn't it? But as far as development and technology is concerned, the R34 was some of the best there is. So let's open up Blackwood. We'll go for a bit of a drive. So Reflexer can't wait for this to be public. Yeah, well, this is looking pretty good already. Yeah, I think everyone else feels the same. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to give this a go. So let's have a quick look around inside. So interior looks pretty nice. Some nice texturing on the seats and on the dash. The dash is nicely modelled. You've got the gauges on the center panel there. Nice GTV steering wheel. The Ruby says, I'm waiting the light bar version, then they review it. I'm going to make both. Okay, cool. Well, this is going to be fun. So let's see what happens. Have I stalled this? Yeah, I have. Right. Give it a sound check. That sounds phenomenal. Well done. That's awesome. Right, let's go. The turbo sounds and the inline 6 noises. We'll give it a lap of Blackwood first, then we'll go and do some driving around the roads as well. Let's cut through the chicane this time. Give it a speed check down the back straight. The gauges on the center panel are working as well. You can see them moving around. It's got looks like oil temperature on the right and boost on the left. A little way away, so I can't quite see the exact numbers, but looks like it's running about 1.2 bar boost. Too busy looking at the boost gauge and not the braking point. Okay, check this in here. See what the 4-wheel drive does. Gets us out of trouble nicely. Oh man, that sounds epic. Again, force feedback wise, really good. Nice and solid. Good feelings through the wheel. Right. Let's turn it around here. Right, let's go the wrong way up pit lane. Into the car park we go. Give a bit of a hoon around here. Car feels like it's really just trying to keep me going forward. It's not willing to go sideways, but then that's the 4-wheel drive system kicking in there. but you can still throw it around. Missed. It's giving this a good test in a nice open area where we can give it a throw around and get the lowdown on it. Too close. It was going so well. Well, that feels pretty fantastic, actually. Yeah, I mean, good weight feeling through the car as well, so you can kind of really feel what the car's doing as it transitions from corner to corner and slide to slide. So I think you guys are going to love this when it comes out public. Really do. Can do some four-wheel drive donuts, sort of. With aid of some grass. Ow, that's a curb. Well, that is stunning. That is excellent work. That really is so good. What are you guys saying on? So can't wait to put 411s in this and rip around. It does. Honestly, it feels fantastic. But it's really, really good. I mean, I'm super impressed with how it feels driving around this thing. And then, of course, there's the sounds as well, which just really add to the whole experience. So you reckon there's a light bar version, so they're going to do some pursuits and things with it. That could be quite fun. But, you know, exterior-wise, let's have a listen here. It looks really well on track as well. Yeah, full marks, guys. That's pretty special. You're gonna love that. That was mega. So the road and stock version as well. So stock is slightly taller springed. It'd be rude not to give the stock version a go as well. So let's just try that and just see what the additional ride height does. Just checking for the body pitching and diving and rolling. It's a little bit more willing to go sideways. Just because of the weight transfer, I think. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, didn't mean to crease that. Yeah, so if you want to go a little bit more sideways, the stock version, I think it is, the stock setup is the one for you. But yeah, that's really cool. Good stuff. Right, let's go forwards and see what else we can find. So there's this something completely different now. We have the Ace 100 Dragster, which is like I'm not entirely sure what it's based on, but I've seen them. I just don't know what the name of it is. But so we got a interesting little pickup with rear engine by the looks of things. It's in the mid-engine, I suppose you can call it. Big fat tires on the back, some sissy bars as well, which kind of makes me think that something might happen here if we do a launch in this car. So as it's a dragster, let's go to the drag strip. It'd be a natural place to do something with this car. So let's go to the drag strip and see what happens. Actually, check out some livery options. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll go with the red and silver. That looks good. No, that is not my steering misaligned. I don't think. Or is it? No, it's not. He's literally just cruising in his dragster. Right, here we go. We're in third gear. It's not the best launch. Let's try and launch him first, shall we? Here we go. It's a Dodge A100. Thanks, Einsmolf. I appreciate that. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's a Dodge van, isn't it? But it needs the sissy bars because it will go. I do feel that. And back over. Yes. I do think that the driver might be more beneficial from having his hands in a more secure place on the wheel, but nevertheless, let's go again. Let's just reverse drag strip this. Another launch. Oh, is it one hand on the steering, one on the shifter, is it? I can't quite see that from where I am. On the brakes. On the brakes. Oh, goodness. That thing's quick. Let's go again. Do another run. So. Right. Too early on the launch, obviously. I wasn't seeing where the lights were, but you certainly get through the quarter mile very quickly. That thing's fun. Obviously, trying to take that around regular circuits could be tricky. So maybe we give that a go. See if we can survive. And to make things even harder, we're going to do the cadet version of Aston. Right, so come on then. Let's go take our dragster for a lap of a circuit. Oops. We're going for the rollover record. That's what we're doing, guys. Again, another advantage of having a Formula Room is you can really catch the wheel when it goes sideways like that. Right, let's try again. I'm not quite sure I'm getting penalties for my hot lap launch, but gonna get me again? No, we're fine. Right. Definitely some wheel lift issues. Alright, let's go down through the chicane. Into the tight hairpin without rolling over. Just two-wheel action. Even getting wheel stands in second gear as well. Oh no, I creased it. This is a dragster. It is not meant to do corners, hence why it's promptly rolling over on me every time I try and turn around any kind of corner. Oh dear. That's fun. In a straight line. Wheel turned into a block of cheese. It did. A very sharp block of cheese as well at that. Tim says, hope you don't mind if I send you the RS200 to give you a once over. Ooh. Sounds good. Brett says, if you hold 4, 5, and 6, you can change your FOV for a second to see the other hand. Dear. Let's have a look, see if we can see it actually in the garage. Put the driver in. There it is. Can't quite tip it up, but you can see, yeah, you go, hand on the shifter, like a boss. Right. Let's see what else we've got going on here. So the Rossi is next. This is not a Ferrari Testarossa, but it is a Rossi 011, which looks very nice actually. One of my favourite supercars growing up as a kid actually. I really loved the Testarossa, or the 512 as this version is kind of more implying with that front end. But yeah, it's just one of those supercars, and you see these on the road. I saw one not too long ago actually down near me, and you forget how wide they are. They're just absolute monsters on the road. So yeah, red, yellow, black, silver, blue, and that's it for our colours. Yeah, obviously it's going to be red, so let's give this a go. 4.9 did a flat 12, and let's where are we going to take this one? Let's go Fern Bay. We haven't been Fern Bay this evening yet. We're on the green circuits, probably my favourite layout for Fern Bay. A bit of a seaside cruise with the Rossi. A nice leather effect on the doors and the dash there. Very good. One thing we miss from modern cars these days are those little door pins. You know, the door lock pins. You just don't see them anymore. Right. The 011 implies the update version. Ah! Good to know. For some reason, that Dragster has ruined me. I turned into that corner then expecting to roll over and then having to catch my steering wheel. It's not going to do that. This one's safe. Safer. Right. No! Don't damage your Ferrari. I damaged it. Let's go again. I'm going to give us a fair test. Oh, never mind my 45-second start line penalty. Right, okay. Oh, it's 30 seconds. Anyway, sounds good. Sounds like a 12-cylinder underneath us. Feels quite wide. Try and thread it through here this time without going off stage right. There we go. Yeah, sounds again very nice. Brakes are very very soft. There's not much give there. You have to get on the brakes nice and early. This is, after all, a road car. It's not a race car, and I'm treating it like a race car. Just cut across here, and oh, that's rougher than I was expecting it to be. Right. Let's try and keep it on the track, shall we? So obviously using a lot of original Live for Speed dials on here as well, but that's okay. They're all functional and they all work, and actually sit quite well with the car. A very distinctive wing mirror shape on the outside there, with its two little mounts going off towards the mirror head itself. Can you drift one? Yes, you can. Now we're getting our eye in a little bit, getting used to it. Cheers, I'm Dad. Hi! I drove a TR512 for my 30th birthday back in '93. That's fine. It was a brilliant car. You enjoyed it. That's good. Yeah, I'd love to try a 512. Drives quite nice actually. Now I've gotten used to it a bit. And not trying to drive it like a stuck to the ground race car. It's quite nice to drive. It's got to treat it like it's 80s age that it is. But you can still slide it around. You can still have a bit of fun with it. It's not just for just cruising around at slow speeds. Except you do need to make sure you can handle it if you're gonna do something like that. Okay, cool. So the Rossi, very nice. It's yeah, nice mod. Well done. So yeah, Manjula says, no idea why the penalty in hot lapping mode upon moving. I never had that when doing official hot laps. I didn't notice it either until the test patch. I don't know whether it's a test patch issue, maybe. Got some pretty massive brake discs in behind there, though. The size of those. Yeah, so I think it might be a test patch issue potentially, because I don't think it was doing it before. That's okay. We'll just leave it a little bit longer before I take off. Right. What else we got? Panther 911 Turbo. I don't think we've driven that one yet. Obviously pink. This is based around a 996, no, 997, should I say. It's got the round headlights, not the kind of ones that come around here the front. Looks like a GT2. What's a turbo? Okay. Panther 911 Turbo. Anyway, lime green, very garish. Oh, let's take a yellow one out, I think. Let's where should we go with this one? Let's take this one to South City. Another one we haven't done so far this evening. And we'll just open it up and we'll go for a drive. So you tried it on A13 with a mod on FE and didn't get the penalty anyway. Oh, okay. Strange. It's giving me the countdown. The Evolution BG, hi Evolution, so you should try the 94 ETK K-Series. I'll have to check that out. Well, this sounds like a raucous 911. Nice steering wheel, actually interior again. Good job on the interior on this one. It's got that very familiar 2000s era Porsche steering wheel. And that central gauge on the dashboard there. Again, 6-cylinder. And it sounds just like it's supposed to. So this being a turbo, you can hear the whistle as well. It certainly picks up pretty quick. 7 gears. Didn't know they had 7 gears. Just kind of looking around to see where I can go here. Let's try and go right here instead of left. Again, good feedback through the wheel actually on this one. Feels quite sharp and pointy actually, the car. It's quite happy to turn in where it's asked to. It's quite stiffly sprung, which is causing the driver a bit of a uncomfortable ride around here at South City, but oops, that was not quite as open as I was expecting it to be. That's actually quite nice. Actually does sound very good indeed, and drives nicely too. Okay, let's go through. Let's see what else we got. Evolution BG's mod deserves a try. Okay. Which one was that? Sorry, it was the 94 ETK K-Series. Oh, this one. Ah, okay, yes. It kind of looks similar to a Z3, actually, doesn't it, that one? Yeah, we'll give that a go. That's a rally version? I think there's a couple of versions of that, isn't there? There's a... Yeah, so the base and the K-Series one is the one you're talking about. Okay, we'll give that one a go as well. As you can see, there's plenty more interesting stuff to come up here. So let's go through here. So I'm kind of curious as to what this thing is like. This looks almost to me old Holden vibes at the front. That's a massive camber. Oh wow, okay. So this is the DK Chevas. Okay, so yeah, maybe like a old, it has got old Opel slash GM vibes to it. Big diffuser at the back. So this is in the description at least it said well, on the other one we were saying this is some kind of a drifty car. So we've got a drift setup and we've got a grip setup as well. We'll try the drift setup and we'll go free up West Hill and we'll go to drift around there. So 996 had a maximum of 6 gear in real. Yeah, I didn't think 7 gears was quite right for that car, but it's obviously been tuned slightly. Right. And away we go. Come on. Let's try and see if that actually will drift. Oh, it's just heaps of understeer. Tall one says rubbish but looks good. Okay. The DK Chevrolet has the XRR engine. It does sound very much like it. This is where we did our Live for Speed Gymkhana video a while back, using the XRR actually. It doesn't hold its drift very well. Looks cool though. I did like the look of it, even with the funny stance camber on the front wheels there. Cool looking thing. Anyway, carry on. What else we got? We've done the trophy truck. We've done the Shankar. So here we go. So this is more of the 90s F1 cars, and then you guys have been mentioning the Tyler, so I think we're going to give that a go and see how this thing drives. Yeah, that's the name kind of gives it away as to what it's based on. This is effectively a Tyrrell. Yeah, that's the livery I was kind of expecting. Yeah, that's cool. It's a Brundle and Blundell car, I believe, the original Tyrrell. Let's try this out then. Sounds good. Right. Paddle shift, not H pattern fill. Let's go. Oh, that sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Instantly feels a lot more controllable underneath. It doesn't feel like it's going to oversteer its way into the nearest grandstand. Unless, of course, you're me, in which case you just miss your corners by not braking early enough. Getting carried away with how quick this thing is. Now I've got dirty tyres. Let's try and clean those off. That sounds really good. I mean, you get the reverb off the barriers as well. Big slick tyres. The 997 introduced the... Oh, it's got there was a 7-speed in the 997s. Okay, well that might make more sense then. This is really good. Enjoying this one already. Just about stopped. And more gears to pull. Have to be making do with what we've got in 6th gear. Quick through turn 1 here at West Hill. little bit of a slide on the exit. I can see why you guys like this one. Around here with its sweeping corners, this thing is really, really very good. Yeah, this is with post-processing on. I think I have got it on. Don't too deep into there. Yes, I believe post-processing is on. You prefer it without? Yeah, still playing around with settings and things. Ooh, hello. Didn't like that curb. That thing's really good. That's really cool. I mean, again, model-wise, I mean, look at it. Looks really nice. On track. Look at the echo as well. That's really cool. Right. Very, very nice. Here with it. Wild and crazy Louis. A McLaren-esque one and a Williams-esque one as well. That's good. So you prefer it without, it's too oversaturated and too dark, you think? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks alright to me, but it's actually, we haven't got specific setups, which I didn't even try. Look at that. Should have done the Westel one for that, but still, even on the Aston setup, which I was running, it was really nice to drive. So, very, very cool. Right. Let's see what else we got. So Tony says it'd be great, an early 90s F1 car with H pattern. Yeah, I think that's part of the joy, isn't it, of just going through the H pattern with some of those older F1 cars. Okay, so as we scroll down the list, you'll see some more interesting vehicular devices coming up on the on the horizon, because I can't say they're all cars. Right. So we've done the Mosquito. That's just fun anyway. Looks like a Nissan Note of some sort, that one. But there's a Group C prototype here, which I kind of fancy having a bit of a drive of. Okay, well this is a very different kind of cockpit to what I was expecting to be in it, but that's okay. Okay, so Manjula says the post-processing option is meant for those who actually write their own custom shader files. The oversaturation is just a default demonstration. Ah, okay. We'll turn it off maybe and see what it looks like again. Okay, here we go. Sounds pretty good. Now, you may guess from the colours what this car is trying to be replicating, and it's supposed to be a Mazda 787B, I assume, hence why it's really screaming on the rev range, because it's rotary engine. How far does it go? 10? Yeah, revving out at 10,000 RPM. There's me going straight on again because missed the apex. Right, let's try again. This time we'll pay attention. Quite difficult to see past the windscreen wiper, we'll admit, but if you can focus your eyes past it, it'll be okay. Right, this time, try and drive within our limit, shall we? Okay, on the brakes nice and early this time. Just hearing the echoes as you drive around, it's really cool. Over the curves on the exit. Handling wise, it feels pretty good. Let's stop. Oh, it did too. Brakes pretty good. Gets away with everything. Just love the noise when you change gear and it comes on the overrun. It just sounds really cool. So enough downforce through the quick stuff. Oops. So yeah, through the long corner there, no problem in getting the power down. Big fat 11s on the start line where we left. Oh, just about managed to hold on to the track. Little bit of wheel spin as we caught some of the grass on the exit there, but got away with it again. And again, that corner's catching me out. That's fun. Nice car. Looks quite nice as well. Good, you know, definitely got the shape going for a 787B. Quite basic in its polygons, I suppose, but at the same time, it looks the part. Looks like a nice Group C car. Okay, let's scroll down. What else have we got then? So we've got a truck there. We have that. So let's just we've tried a few regular kind of vehicles. Obviously, the Dragster was a little bit out of the ordinary, but let's try something a bit different. It's I'm curious as to where this is actually going to fit in terms of where you can use it on for speed. But we have a riverboat, everybody. It's complete with outboard and propeller and its little handle on the side and some grab handles to hold on, which I'm assuming we're going to need. Where's the driver going to be in that? Okay, he's holding on for dear life at the back. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him, but I think there's, when we dropped it earlier, I think there's a wheel at the front there. So in theory, it should drive. Okay. There's only one way to find out. Here we go. About to hot lap a boat. So we've definitely got drive, and we are scraping along the road surface. What can we actually get up to here? Just keeping an eye on the on the speed, up to 44 miles an hour. I'm not quite sure where this idea has come from in in driving this. Oh, no. We've capsized. Yeah, so there's a couple of little wheels at the back and one big wheel at the front there. Probably not going to be for everyone, I will admit. But just again, the nature of lift for speed modding, where you can have literally whatever you want and just throw it in there and see what happens. Where's the fishing rod? Yeah, he needs to have a fishing rod in there, doesn't it? He needs to be holding one actually, doesn't he? The driver, that'd be fun. Try the plane, says Tony. Well, that may well be coming. The one you call the Nissan is a Gen 1 Dacia Logan. James may well be. I'm sorry, Tim. Yes, that's right. It's a Dacia, isn't it? Oops. Yes, that one, Dacia. That's right. I'm used to seeing kind of similar shaped cars, but they're actually Nissans in New Zealand. So, right. From the ridiculous to the absolutely absurd, this is one of the Blackwood wheelie bins with wheels. I can't zoom out far enough, but I think the driver, yeah, he's sat on top there, so that's fine. So that's sitting tall on top of our wheelie bin here. Oh no, he's not even that, he's just standing on it. Right. How does a bin handle? It's got an engine. Not many bins have engines. Going pretty quick actually. Again, we're up to over 40 miles an hour. Let's give it a bit of a wobble. Oh, it's actually quite stable. One of the most stable bin you could ever drive, actually. Driver surfing on top, having the time of his life. He told he'd be getting caught up in the power lines over the top of turn 1. Well, I can take corners, no problem. What happens if he turns? Very, very stable. Yeah, again, the question has to be the question has to be why, but nevertheless, it's fun. Do a race with some of those. That could be a good laugh. Past the Jake build. Well, we got this one, the Fat TX, which is a big truck. There's a couple of trucks actually in Live for Speed. So this was a 12-litre turbocharged inline 6. It's quite a nice looking model actually for a truck. It looks kind of man-esque actually. Carbon fibre dash in the truck. Wow, that is fancy. Right. Away we go. I probably don't have enough gears, because usually these things have loads of gears in their gearbox. Up to 5th. Now we're up to 6th. We're going along alright. Turning into the first corner. Whee. So I'm in 6th gear. There's no additional H patterns to choose from. If I can I use the paddles on it as well? No, I can't. I can only use the H pattern. Let's get back in. Drivers looks like he's it actually looks scaled down, doesn't it? The driver looks huge in that. Ooh, where are we going? Sounds again quite authentic. Nice turbo noises. Diesely sounding 12-cylinder engine. Need some 12-gear gearbox. Yeah, I do. I need a Fast and Furious gearbox. Hasn't got an engine brake though. Going downhill again now. I think I may have broken it by downshifting to too many gears. That's not too bad though. Nice. Right. Let's carry on. So what have we got then that we want to try? Oh, there's the Jake build there. That's the Jake build when we went to the bin. Yeah, that's a bobtail version. So there's a version with a trailer as well, which I don't think articulates, but it's yeah, it's a nice looking thing. I mean, it's got to stop and appreciate the detail on that. Look at that. I love these style trucks. I think they just look fantastic. Got a couple of color options, a nice blue one as well. Let's give the Jake build a go. I know we just tried the truck before. Let's give the Jake build a go. A bit more of a dashboard to look at on this one as well. Got a nice classic looking steering wheel. Looking out over that long engine cover. Again, I'm going to run out of gears. It does look quite small though, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right, Ayub. It's it almost sits as low as a regular saloon car actually. Ooh. Got some torque to deal with getting the power out in the back end. Let's try and get it turned in here. Oh, turn. Can't see anything behind because we're in a cab, but inside looks very nice with all the texturing. Oops, can't go any higher up in terms of gearing. Revs up to red line on 3000 RPM, obviously being a diesel engine. Let's chuck it into here and see what happens. Nothing. It is quick for a truck, actually, to be fair. But yeah, again, sounds good, texture's good, interior's nice, and just the detail on the outside, I mean, it looks absolutely superb, so very good. Okay. We're going to skip through a few things here to see what we got. So we're going to try this, actually. This is a Vulcan 998, which is very loosely based on a Ducati, obviously. 996 or 998. That looks really good too. I mean, again, the detail on it, incredible. So let's I doubt you probably are watching in VR. However, if you are, you might want to just refer to a screen for a moment, because this could get a little bit nauseous for some. Well, so far so good. We're away, and it's picking up speed like you would expect a bike of this type to do. Lean it in. Actually, it's not too bad. Ooh, no, it's not. You can tell I'm not a motorbike rider. I tried to brake and downshift too aggressively there. Try that again. Again, you have to go down to first using the downshift. Bit of a wheelie away from the line, somehow managed to recover it. Right, now remember you have to brake much earlier and be gentle on the inputs. Okay, here we go, through turn 1. Ooh, it doesn't like downshifting whilst being banked over. Try not to put too much angle in, but we're already leant over quite a long way. I'm still amazed by just how good the lift for speed physics are, that you can actually deal with motorbikes and leaning. It is so impressive. Bit of a shake of the head as we upshift. Oh no, on the grass. Oh, it's fatal enough as you're in a car, let alone in a bike. We'll watch that from the outside. I mean, it looks good, doesn't it? I mean, obviously the rider's not moving with the bike, which can look a little bit odd, but it doesn't look too bad at all, really. You felt like I was leant over an awful lot more than it looks on the outside. Yeah, the bike's bouncing on its forks on the on the front. That's a little bit wild, turning into there. Just trying to get my knee down, really. That's all it was. It's going, yeah. It looks. There's that little wobble, and then all of a sudden, gone. Oh dear. Good fun. Right. Very fatal bike. Yeah, it is. It's yeah, a bit of a death trap, that thing. As are most of the bikes here on Lift for Speed. But that's really nicely done. And it has that low rumble noise that you'd get with a Ducati. So yeah, very good. Okay. So the thumbnail car for this evening is this, the Wessex R69SP, which is based around an old, I was going to say probably early 70s sports prototype. And you got the nice little canards on the front, the dive planes. When they started to experiment with aero on the cars, you got V8, obviously. You got some trumpets coming up out the engine cover at the back here. A couple of winglets sticking out the back. And it's a nice looking thing. Very nice looking model. Kind of Porsche 90 6, 8, 10 kind of look to it on there with the red patch on the bonnet. We'll give that one a go. Actually, you need to check. What is this? So it's a 2.8 litre flat 8 that we're going to be driving with this thing. We'll change the track up on this one. We'll go back to Blackwood, I think. And we'll go on here. Okay. See what this thing's like. So again, steering wheel's got a nice logo in the middle of it. It's got its own custom dials and switches on the dash. Quite well, you can see the mesh trumpet covers on the back. Right. Very deep V8 sound on this thing. Oh, that sounds awesome. Right. Now, I'm aware this is probably going to have historic handling to go with the historic looks, so we've got to be a little bit careful as we get going. Rear end's trying to break away from me. Okay, on the brakes nice and early this time. It turned in. Ooh, there's the rear end. We're going to get stuck in here now. Come on, let's get out. Get stuck on the sausage curb as well. Right, here we go. There's definitely a car that you have to feed the power in. Again, sound-wise, very, very nice indeed. Right, let's get on the brakes early. Bit of transmission whine going on in the background. Force feedback's a little bit lighter than some we've tested. Probably not second gear through here, but we're in it now, so no going back. But yeah, the force feedback's a little bit lighter than some, but it is still there and controllable. You can obviously turn that up in the settings if you wish to. Try and feed the power in. Just about control it. We go over the top of the crest there as well as an area where you could quite easily drop it by being too ambitious with your right foot. Okay, let's try and negotiate this first section here in one piece. Of sorts. Yeah, this is very much my era of motorsport. I love historic motorsport. And there's only 5 gears, Phil. But yeah, it's very, very much resonates with me, this type of car. This partly for the, I guess, the variety that you would see on the tracks and in terms of the shapes, the sounds, the handling of cars. Where cars moved around an awful lot more than they do these days. You have to manhandle them a little bit more just to keep them going quickly around the corners. Here's the top of the hill as I was talking about, and this time gave it too much. But this thing is awesome, actually. I really like it. It's a challenge to drive. It's not easy, but sometimes those challenging cars are the ones that are the most rewarding when you get them right as well. So you really do have to put in a bit of effort to get the most out of this car. And then you get too excited, it does bite you, so you got to be careful. But that Wessex is really, really good. I mean, it's, yeah, nice looking thing and drives very well too. Okay, let's carry on. So someone mentioned, I think, was it the LX10 GTO? No, it wasn't, was it? No, it was the K-Series we're going to try. So there's a few other things on here which you may notice as we go through. Obviously, there's so many mods on here now, it's very difficult for us to actually cover all of them in one evening, but we'll do our best to cover as many of the ones you want to see. We'll come back to these in a moment. So let's try this ETK K-Series. So looking around it, it's got some Z3 vibes to it. And he's got nice soft tops. We've got some options here in the setup. So we've got the cabrio mode, which is the roof down, and then we've got cabrio race, so the roof taken out entirely and then a roll bar inserted. So that's pretty cool and looks a lot lower to the ground as well. Yep, so the ride height's been dropped. Then you have a version with a soft top up with a little luggage rack on the back as well. Nice touch. And then we have a hard top version as well. So a little ducktail spoiler on the back and a hard roof to it too. So nice options available. So let's try this with go in the soft top mode. Actually, no, let's do cabrio race. Let's try the cabrio race one. Try the planes as Michael. Yes, don't worry, we shall be trying said plane. Oop. And give us a fair go without having the penalty text all over the screen. Mike, it's too dangerous. It is an experience. I have tested it, don't worry. It's a very good experience. Okay, so this K-Series then. Interior wise, again, looks very nice. Little reflections off the chrome bezels on the gauges. It looks cool. Moving all the way up to 7,000 RPM. And into the first corner here at Blackwood. So little low-powered sports cars like this are usually pretty fun to drive. Oops. Big curb. Just because they're quite chuckable sometimes as well. And this car seems to be very much like that. Okay, get down to some more corners down at the bottom here and see how it goes through there. So you turn it in, back end comes around, and you can just balance it all the way through there with some oversteery inputs. Oops. A little too early on the turn in, but we survived. Sound-wise, yep, sounds good. Nice little bit of a rasp to it. Handling wise, it is good fun actually. It sounds and drives nicely. Now this is obviously the race version, so I wonder what the road versions are like. We'll give those a go as well. So let's take the soft top, because that's a nice looking thing. Clear the frog from my throat. Okay, should be better. Bill Ross posted sneak peek of my work in progress on Discord. Okay. Right, so this is the road version. So let's see if there's any differences between this and the race version. Slightly different sound as well, obviously, because you've got the roof on as well, so I guess that makes a little bit of a difference in terms of the muffling of the sound. It feels a bit looser. Yes, definitely a little bit looser. The you can tell there's a bit more grip available to you just because of the lower ride height in the race version. But this soft top version is quite happy to just pitch into a corner and then sit there while you try and work out what you're going to do with it. Whoops. Too enthusiastic there. But yeah, I mean, looking around inside it as well, I mean, interior is nicely done. Nice place to sit and drive. There we go. On the brakes. Oh, definitely a lot more pitch in the body. Yeah, definitely cars like this, kind of MX-5 kind of size cars. Very fun. Oops. And then round we go. Cool, good job. Nice work on that one. That was a gem. And obviously there's versions as well. So there's a base version. Not quite sure what the. I've got some steely rims on that one, and then further there's the rally version as well. Knobbly tires and spare wheel on the back. Light pod on the front as well. Very good. Okay. So what else have we got? So there's this prototype on there, which is quite cool. But I think what we should do, you guys have been calling for it, so I think we should do this. This is the the 1.4 Biz airplane. This is a first for the channel because we've not tested any planes. And this is no ordinary plane by the looks of things. This looks to be made of paper mache almost. It's quite a contraption. We got a propeller at the back here, this engine. Steering is done by the front down here, and we're going to see if it actually takes off. But we're going to give it some help. I don't know whether it can do it just in a straight line, but we'll have to try that. Except let's come out of this a second because we need to change our track. So where was it? Was it car park? Not that one. I've got somewhere. I got a custom layout which we're going to use, which will hopefully help. Mandela says one more serious car to check out is the LMP style prototype 2. Really like it around West Hill. Also the money some tweaks though. Yep, we'll definitely give that a go. I saw that one before. We're going to give that a go. Tony says he wants to fly. Here we go. This is what everyone's waiting for. Everyone's here for this. Bit of biplane action. So this is not your normal view of Blackwood. We're currently sat on top of a platform and we're about to go down said platform in our biplane. See our steering box at the front. Oh boy, here we go. Gonna take it nice and easy, get ourselves onto the ramp. Okay. Ease the throttle on. We're taking off. Oop, we are flying. We're no longer on the ground. I'm not quite sure how much steering is possible. Oh no, I thought we were pitching down for a moment. Trying to see if we can steer this thing, but it just seems to want to go in one direction. Uh-oh. At some point we're going to run out of map if we keep going this way. If anyone knows how to steer, please do let me know. Oh no, we've got some power lines. Oh no. Hopefully they're not solid. Nope, we're through them. Well, we're still going. Oh no. Come on. Get over that tree. Oh no! Manda, we're going down. Mayday. And we've sunk through the map. That is absolutely brilliant. Let's do the regular one. So you reckon the back straight at a Blackwood we can take off? There's no steering midair. Okay, that's fine. Hi, Shiny Enderman 999. Hi, welcome along. Good to have you with us. Hope you've packed a chute, says Funky. I'll need one to bail out. Definitely a flying lap. No control yet. Yeah. If people can bring control into it, that would just be insane. Same problem as World War I planes. No control. Going under the bridge. Front end's coming off the ground a little bit. And we're taking off. Don't need much of a run up to get this thing airborne. Except what we do need is space. Can we get out of the gravel? That's the thing. Right, we don't want to take off underneath the bridge because that could be catastrophic. Come on. Let's go. Not getting the right lift here because we're not going straight. In fact, now we're going straight into the crowd. Sorry, everyone. Right. Let's try that again. Right. This time we're going to see if we can keep it down. Keep it down. Oh no, we're flying anyway. No, get down. Phew, right, okay, we stopped it. So we'll try and get ourselves to the top of the hill where the start line is, and then make a run from the top there and see how far we can get. We'll just taxi round to the runway. Try not to go too fast around this last corner. Don't want to cause any issues. Drifting a biplane. Here we go. Getting a bit of a head of steam up now. Oh no, we've got the bridge, haven't we? Keep it below the bridge. Oh no, there's a sign. No! Oh, I've gone through it, thankfully. Right, clear the pit lane. Oh, look, light fitting. Oh, brought down by a single aluminium pole. I mean, if you thought motorcycles in lift speed was mad, I mean, the fact you can fly, it just shows just how incredible the lift speed physics engine is. To be able to put something like that in game, get the aerodynamics so that it actually creates lift rather than downforce. I mean, it's just amazing. Absolutely insane. But good fun. Really good fun. I'm not quite sure how that would work online. It'd be just interesting to see people just flying around everywhere. Could make for some good comedy entertainment. So here we go. So, Angela, you mentioned this one. This is the prototype 2, which LFS, the official flying simulator. Yeah, forget Flight Sim X or Flight Sim. This is where it's at. It's all about the biplane and lift for speed. But here we go. Look at this thing. This is quite impressive to look at. This is an LMP2 style car. You have the big shark fin running down the back. The current aero package with the kind of diffuser and the stops on the end there on the behind the rear wheel, and it just looks fantastic. So there's two versions. We've got this one which is like an urban camo look, and then there's a plain white one, or you can change the colors, which I think I've done already to a red and gold. There we go. Yeah, how cool does that look? So let's give this a try. Hopefully no takeoff this time. Get that penalty every time. We'll sit here and wait. We'll do a sound test first. Pretty good. I mean, there's quite a lot of reverb on there, but it still sounds pretty good. That biplane was no yoke. Very good, Funky. Oh, goodness. Right. So again, the cockpit-wise, the interior of this prototype 2 looks very good. Nice steering wheel. Looks very similar to a Gomez wheel, actually. But then most modern prototype or GT wheels do. Very similar look to them. But it picks up nicely. We've obviously got plenty of straight line speed. I have tried this in the past, and jumping back into it now, it actually feels like it's had an update improved to it. Because coming through some of these faster corners, the back end was even more leery than that. I mean, it was a bit of a oversteer going through the middle there, but it now feels significantly more planted than it did when I first drove it. Whoop. There's still kind of there a little bit. Yeah, we'll have to have a look into it and see if it's just the just something with the hot lap mode or something, or whether it's certain tracks that do it. But I'll have to give it a proper thorough test. But as far as this thing's concerned, this is actually quite a cool car. I mean, quite nice to do some races with this. You can obviously get some of the GTR spec cars which would run alongside this quite nicely, I'm sure. Just balancing it through there. Oh no! too much speed through there. But again, it's a really nice looking model. It's not quite sure how they managed to get around the polygon counts, but it's nice and smooth. It's not like it's rough and unfinished looking. It's a nice looking model. Oh, so you couldn't actually make it give you a penalty, Mandu. That's interesting. Must just be me. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. If only the map would change this tool one. This is like just keep going on forever. This thing's good. So I think, yeah, I think as you say, Manjula, a few setup changes on this, and it could really come alive and have that aero downforce that you expected to have through the fast stuff. It does still have that element of instability, should I say, when you get through the quicker corners, where normally it would have a lot more grip when you're going quicker. But in general, it feels pretty good. Obviously, it's particularly rapid in a straight line. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like that. Very, very good indeed. Okay, let's see what else we can find. So, anyone who doesn't understand the yoke, that's what it's used to control play. Yes. Well, yeah, that's the old-fashioned one, isn't it? They use joysticks in the new ones, like you say, Shiny. Did you try and generate a path for AI and do a race with them, and then go hot lapping? Oh, that may be what caused it, because we did that, didn't we? Yes. After that, the RC mini race, that's when it started kicking in. Yeah, good point. Okay, so poly count was raised when 7A was released. I think it's 65k now. Okay. Yeah, no, it looks really good. Yeah, really good job of the model on that one. Super impressive stuff. So we've got a Suzuki Swift there as well, which is nicely done. It looks like a Tommaso. What else have we got down here? Now I've noticed a few kind of Trans Am style cars coming in. So we've got this, I guess it's a AMC Javelin, I suppose it is. Looks really cool. And then we've got a Camaro again. Nice looking thing. And there's another one I saw as well, which kind of fit the bill with that. But so many good cars to test. I really want to give them all their due, really. Daniel's after a bus. You want a bus, do you, Daniel? Let's go find you a bus. There's quite a few to choose from. Do you want to specify which bus you would like? Did you check the Formula 60? Yes, we did that in the first stream we did on the mods, I think, the Formula 60. So there's those two buses there. What else we got? There's the Metro bus, there's the Onibus VTR, there's the Dario. People love their buses. And that's your lot for buses there. They all come at once. Wish I had some more time to spare. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Tim probably, but yeah, it's cool. Let's try one of these buses then. Let's find. I think I'm gonna give the Onibus a try. We didn't try that one. Let's take a look at this one. That looks pretty nicely done as well. Lots of seating on there. What happens if you put the driver in? It's just the driver. You get any passengers in, I wonder. Yeah, probably not. That's okay. Let's go take the bus out. First of all, we've got to get up the hill in our bus. Daniel's happy. This is a low bus. It feels like it's quite low down to the ground, actually. Turbos. Needs spooling up. Here we go. Bit of roll. A bit of a delay in the old turning as well, so let's try and get through here. There's a lot of weight on the steering wheel. Must be something to do with it being quite a heavy bus, maybe. Can't even view it from chase mode. Here it comes. Again, opens up the possibility of doing circuit safaris. So you have these things driving around and then have race cars going past. Oh, got a bit of a lean on the brakes. Turn. Oh, this is not going to be the easiest camera angle to drive a bus through here. Somehow we did. Oh dear. Easy with the bus, right? Yeah, I can control the bus. Even when I'm not in the cockpit, I can control the bus. Should have taken this to South City, really. It goes well for a bus. What speed are we doing here? Yeah, about nearly 70 miles an hour. can't quite see the dash from where I am, so... there we go. Bit of bus action. So someone says the Caro bus is the best bus. Is that right? Well, let's go have a... While we're on a bus theme, where's the Caro bus gone? Where is the Caro bus? Back up here. That one. This is the best bus, is it? People who must be a bus expert, because I'm not a bus expert, but let's try. I'll start. I'm pretty sure I'm in hot lap mode. Let's just make sure. Let's go back out. Yeah, no, I am. Ah, didn't false start me that time. Must have just carried it over because I went into it after that race, and then it's stuck there. That's good. The mirror I can see right down the side of the bus, so I can see if I'm clipping any curbs anywhere. There is passenger setup for the Carosa, is there? I can't see back because there's a... Launching a bus off a big curb. Come on, get up the hill. Downshift. I kind of, with all the buses that be on there, I'm almost expecting to see a double-decker at some point. I'm surprised there isn't one on there already. With the variety of stuff we have on Live for Speed, I'm surprised there's no double-decker, but I do have to admit, I do like the seat texture pattern on there. It's very, very, very authentic. Very nice indeed. Right. Enough of that. So one thing I've seen here, which I'm kind of curious to give a go, actually, is this 126 standard, which is clearly based on a Fiat 126 roller skate. Let's see how this thing handles. Okay, this is quite basic. We've got the standard Live for Speed steering wheel on here. We've got the standard dash going on, but this isn't going to be a speed machine by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm not expecting it to be particularly good around corners either, but... Well, we survived the first one anyway. Let's see what happens. Flat out around there. Not too difficult to do when you haven't got that much power. All the way up to the rev line. So, nearly 4,500 RPM. Looking out monstrous power from this Fiat 126. Yeah. One for a slipstreaming battle with a whole lot of other cars on track, I think, but that one, not the most amazing driving experience, but then you wouldn't expect it from something like that. I thought we'd give it a go anyway. So Manjula, having experience riding some Carosas, that engine sounds spot on, is it? Okay. Matty says, I made a Twingo mod. Okay. Give me a username and I'll whitelist you. Yeah, it's go back to the main menu here and you can see it. It's Phil205. That's my username. So if you want to add me, I'll take a look for you. If you if you entrust me with your mod. Oops, I was hot lapping. Okay. Picked up the Benetton again. Let's go down here. Right. Well, I think we've got a half an XFG going on there as well. There's just so many cars. I mean, we've got a Lister Storm lookalike there and a Morgan type thing, and a Lamborghini Murcielago GT car. There's so many cars to choose from on here. I'm going to try some of these Trans Am cars because I do like this kind of car as well. So we've got Trans Am spec, we've got Rally spec as well, which is cool. So it's got its spotlights on, and it's got the boot lid removed with a spare tire in there. We have a street version, a stock version without the spoiler on the rear. Well, we'll go with the Trans Am version because that's going to be fun. So obviously V8 power. Awesome. Thanks, Matthew. I'll check it out in a second. Oh, this sounds pretty raucous, actually, for a nice V8 sound. Oh, this is awesome, actually. I'm not quite sure what I was expecting, but this is actually... Ooh, fifth gear ratio is quite similar to fourth. Again, the old getting it stopped for the first corner issue. But it's controllable. You can get it sideways and you can throw it around and get it back. Steering wheel obviously is quite basic looking, but this is all about the driving experience. I don't know if it actually is supposed to have a fifth gear or not, but they seem to be the same ratio for fourth and fifth. That's fun. That's too far. That's cool. I do like that. I do like a bit of Trans Am big V8 goodness. Oops, now I've overheated the tyres and it's just not going to go into any corners without rotating. But that's cool. That's worth a go. If you haven't given that a go already, that's definitely worth a try. Looks good too. Okay, so let's have a look then. So press T and write refresh. It says Massey. And then search for twist. In the search box, twist. Right. I'm actually in the test mode, do I? No? Have a look through, see if we can spot it. I'll refresh with the slash. Haha, my fault. Still getting used to liver speed. It's been so long. No, it's not in the chat mode. That's why it's not going to work. Refresh. And T with the slash. So refresh. There we go. And then we'll search for twist. There it is. Okay. Right. This is not the Twingo I was expecting. This is the earlier version. Okay. So this is a cool looking thing. Got a little bit of a looking through, so I don't know if you can see through the inside there. Lovely colours, Matty, by the way. Typical lovely kind of beige colour. And then you go straight to pink. Red and purple. Okay, so what have we got? So 1.2, obviously, small little engine in this thing. Front-wheel drive. I'm going to go with the beige colour. This suits it down to the ground, this car. All right. Oh, the interior looks quite nice. So we've got some kind of very light coloured leather steering wheel. Got a digital dash in the middle. I'm not too familiar with the interiors of these cars, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to look. But let's give it a go. no rev counter, so you have to go by sound. So Matty says, very lazily modelled and textures from my in real life twin. Go, oh right, okay. It's okay. I mean, to be honest, Matty, you've got a mod working in game, which is far more than I can say for myself. So yeah, well done. So you've taken images, obviously, of the dash and all the switchgear and stuff. 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. With a little bit of a downhill run there as well. See what happens when we get into hit. It rolls. It's got body roll. Front wheel drive, so you can keep the power down to try and get yourself out of trouble, should you get yourself into trouble. Get that mirror some more vertexes. It's quite square, but that's okay. Tony, your exterior modelling, you're quickly improving. Interior modelling, not that much. I think interiors have always been the hardest thing to do for modders anyway, I think. It's always been one of the hardest parts of it, from what I've read and heard. The body roll is back. I do love a car that rolls around on its suspension. It's quite fun and entertaining to drive. It's not bad, actually. You can chuck it into corners quite well, and it really goes for it, so that's cool. Right, downhill then. A little double brakes. Chuck it in. I feel like I'm lifting wheels. I have to check the replay and see if the wheels are lifting off the ground. Or whether it's just the suspension that's making it move. Look at it from the outside. Here he comes. Right. Keep an eye on that inside rear wheel as we come around the hairpin here. Yeah, it's definitely lifting. That would make for quite a scary experience in real life, I can imagine. And then you wouldn't really end up pushing one of these cars that hard, I would have thought. I'll try it around one of the quicker corners and just see how it goes. You actually made a race version for it too, okay. That's pretty good actually, I quite like it, Matty. It's a fun car, and that's what I like about some of these lift for speed mods. Obviously there's some serious ones out there which are very well done, etc. But there's also some that are just there just purely for the purposes of having fun. Oh. I thought it would eventually get there, but it managed to roll. That's cool. Yeah, need some. I don't know whether they're actually meant to be that square, the headlights, or whether they're more rounded. But either way, I mean, it's a fun little thing. Well done. Twist GTR incoming. You can just see it now. Can you have massive flared arches on it, some big tires, wide tires on it. Got a roof spoiler off the back, or a big wing which is kind of bolted to the back and up and over the top. Yeah, I can see that coming. There's the race version. So we've got some added camber on the rear. And some stiffer suspension. Let's give that a drop. Yep. And then the road version. The road version squashes the drop quite well, actually. Definitely bounces a lot more. It's a lot stiffer. Oh, very good. I'll give that some more trying as well. Give that another go another time. But okay. What do we got then? Let's see what else we can do here. We've got a few other cars, which we obviously haven't tried yet, but I want to give a go. Let's try the Lister, so we're going to try that. And I also want to show you this, because look at it. It's fabulous, isn't it? This is the Acosta Stalin, or to anyone who knows what it is, this is the Lancia Stratos. It looks absolutely spectacular. So you've got a road version, you've got a rallycross version with some spotlights on the front as well. It's got a lamp pod. And some different suspension settings. But yeah, we're going to give this a go because this thing is a cool looking car. Sounds nice too. So obviously, I think it's a V6 in the real car. I could be wrong actually. But this thing's good fun. You just throw it around all over the place. Looking through the rear view mirror there, you can see the louvres on the rear window that you can look through. I like that it's a complete reverse, so you can actually see back through whatever's behind you anyway. Oops. So you actually see the body of the car through the mirrors, which is really cool. You can see the a little spoiler that goes over the roofline as well from the exterior mirror on the right. But yeah, this little Stratos is very, very cool. On the brakes. It is quite nervous on the slides because it's got those big tyres at the rear. So obviously they do break loose quite easily, but when they do grip up, you've got to be ready for it because it will snap on you. So in rallying format, these Stratoses weren't really driven massively sideways. They obviously got sideways because they were pushing on, but they're more driven in a straighter manner. Twist GTR updated if you want to give a refresh. It likes to roll over though. Oh, Massey, what are you doing to me? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. And we'll go twist. So we've got a roll cage in here now. Side exit exhaust. All the light's been removed off the rear. This is a stripped out racing version of the twist. Okay, let's see what this is like. It sounds racy. So you see it likes to roll over. It's got some interesting torque steer going on. Very interesting. Okay, down towards first corner then. Significantly quicker than the standard twist, obviously. This is a bit of an animal. Oh goodness, everyone's eyes are on this one. Right. Will it roll over at the same place we rolled the original twists? I'll do my best. No, it's pretty well gripped. I guess I need to try harder. Let's find a curb. There it is. Just needed some weight transfer, and I've creased all my gauges. That's pretty cool, actually. I think that would be a fun race with some people online. That could be a good laugh. Right. It's so let's do this then. Let's go with. Where was it gone now? Oh, am I missing that? Ah, yes, because the things have been added. So we'll go with this one. So this is the LSV12 GTR, which essentially is a Lister Storm. And again, great car. Got a nice history to it. Obviously, it's very synonymous with British GT. But this is one of those cars which just has instant kind of cult status, I suppose, in a way. People love the Lister Storm. Glad you tried it. No, it's good. Enjoyed it. Okay, let's give this a go then. We'll run. What liveries have we got? We'll run this retro livery here. Let's see how this goes. Manjula, you don't like how the Lister handles? Okay, we'll give it a try. Ginkus, what's your username? Oh, well, it's due to an NSX I'm working on. Currently on. Okay, curious what you think. Oh, by all means, yeah. So it's it's Filter05 is my username. So if you want to add me to that, by all means, go ahead. Happy to try it. There you go. Yeah, it needs a. It does. It needs a Newcastle United livery. Yeah, that's how it's synonymous. So let's see what this is like. V12 raw going on with this car. Let's see if this is. That's nice. So we've got the GTR style steering wheel on the go here. And a second gear for the hairpin. Didn't quite turn in. It wants to get away from the exit as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's Phil 205. Yep. I'll show you when I come off this one. I'll show you the name if you're struggling. That's it, Matty. Matty's got it. 205, like the best Peugeot ever made. Yes, I owned one, hence the number. It was a Stockatch prepared car, so we took it to various circuits around the UK. Great car. So we're getting up to speed a little bit with the Lister. It's got a bit of understeer, pushes on a little bit. But it's got quite a bit of grip in the fast corners, should I say. Slow corners need to be on the ball. It definitely has a little less grip than maybe you'd expect it to have, but does drive quite nicely. I think the only other time I drove this was at Rockingham, but round here at Blackwood it actually drives quite nicely. Again, nice transmission sounds going on. Just about got it turned in for that. That's pretty cool though. It's a nice car, this one. I do like it. It's a. I can probably see why you're not particularly a fan of the handling, Manjula. It's not quite how you'd expect a big GT1 style car to react, but it's still a fun drive. But again, nicely modelled. It looks cool. Yeah, I mean, if you made the Twingo for a bit of a laugh, then yeah, it certainly provides a good laugh. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be someone who want to drive it. It's good fun. Your girlfriend modelled it for you in the afternoon. Oh, well done. Good work. Okay, cool. So you've added me. Thanks, Kinkus. I will do the old refresh now that I know how to do it. Except I can't spell refresh. There we go. So it's called, what is it? Sachiro MSX. Let's put MSX in there. That should bring it up. There it is. Ooh. A nice Japanese number plate on there as well. Just the one seat so far. But exterior. Interesting replacement of the badge on the back there. Exterior wise, looks quite nice. Available in orange and only orange for now until you change it yourself and try that. But that looks pretty good. So obviously V6 3.2 litre rear wheel drive. Let's see what this is like. So it's got its own interior. Looks good. Let's have a look around here. Yeah, again, nice texture work on the interior plastics and the door cards and the dash and things. I shall do my very best to challenge my inner Senna for you guys. Yep, there's that 6-cylinder sound. Promising start already. So, Kinkus says there's still a lot to be done, but the engine, chassis and suspension is pretty much there. Okay. Ah, that's nice. Nicely balanced through the corners. And again, the force feedback through it is helping feel that movement in the car, so that's good. Revving all the way up to 8,000. Here we go then. Hard on the brakes. Down to third. It's quite happy to get the rear end around as you turn in, but you can balance it with the brake, try and stop it from getting away too much, but you can really kind of just manipulate the car through the corner and to get it turned in here. Instantly apply a little bit of opposite lock just to keep the rear end in check and then just balance it on the way out as well. I think Senna was really impressed with the handling of the NSX and had a fair amount of input into the development work of it as well. But I should have my loafers on really, shouldn't I? Driving this thing. But no, it's good. No, I'm impressed, Kinkus. It's very nicely done. I mean, drive-wise, yeah, I can't fault it really. I mean, it's really going to try and keep it more balanced through this right-hander here without going sideways. Yeah, so you can do it. It's obviously I'm pushing on quite a bit through some of these corners, hence why the rear end is coming around like that. But if you wanted to be more gentle with it and careful with your inputs turning in, you can keep it nicely under control. Yeah, no, I think that's even though you say it's work in progress, I think that's very, 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 very impressive, actually. Matty, you forgot you have to go to work. Oh no! I hope you're not too late. Thanks for joining us, Matty. Thanks for sharing that with us as well, and letting me have a go with your creation. Have fun at work. Yeah, Ginkus, this is brilliant. That's a really nice drive, actually. Yeah, you can see the hands on the steering wheel aren't quite in the right place, but you know, it's work in progress, guys. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look very good, it's work in progress, and I'm sure things will be changed and tweaked as we go. But for a start, that's really good. So yeah, no, I do enjoy it. It's really good. Found that it's quite easy to correct even when the rear end goes ajar. It does, yeah. I mean, you can just, as I say, just turn into it, and then you can just balance it nicely through the corner, and it behaves. It's nicely balanced. So yeah, top worker in that one as well. We'll look from the outside as we're driving around here. Not as easy to drift when you're not in the car, but yeah, it looks nice on track. And yeah, looking forward to that one when that's released as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys are after watching that. Very popular car, the NSX. Awesome, good stuff. Right, okay, let's do this then. So we've probably got time for another couple. Willing to take your suggestions on some cars we can drive, which we haven't already driven previously and in the previous stream as well. We just kind of skip over a few at the top here. So there's a A86 going on there as well, which is another popular car. What else have we got? A few kind of square boxy saloons going on there. This is an XF Turbo, which is obviously modelled on a Renault 5 Turbo. No, honestly, that was my honest feedback, and about the NSX. That is it is really good. So very, very impressed. Yeah, very nice. Bowling pin. Yeah, it's not a very exciting drive. I've driven it. I say driven it as I've loaded it into the into the game, and it doesn't do an awful lot. Yeah, I mean things like the washer and stuff is very, very different. Okay, yeah, 86. We'll give that a go. I mean, looks nice. Hot version setup on it. Looks pretty cool. Got the green livery. Oops. It's an object without a drive. Yeah, I'm assuming that's more there for online servers. So I guess if people select themselves as bowling pins, and then they'll have someone drive in and see if they can knock them all over. I guess I'm just guessing here. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the 86. I'm going to take it to Rockingham because I'm going to give you a sneak peek of something here that I've been working on. So which one I've done that on now? It's the ISSC. So I'm creating the Rally of Rockingham. Now in the UK we have something called single venue stage rallies, where you have various different stages going around race circuits within the UK. We have I guess it's a circuit rally championship, which is going very well actually at the moment. There's a lot of interest to it. So I've created myself started creating a stage rally venue stage. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of that with the 86 here. We'll probably do some more on this at some point, but as a preview of what I've been working on, you can have a look at this and see what you think. Oh, the 86 sounds good. Right, here we go. Ready? Launch into the stage. So on the outside of Rockingham. These are my best Italian job. That's not the greatest of starts, that one fell. Let's try it again. Right. Keep the rear end in check, and then we're blasting through the tunnel. Okay. Through that little tight left, and then we have a chicane coming up here, which I still need to work on the sizings of. Using some of the perimeter roads and the access roads around the circuit. Better with four-wheel drive, obviously. We've got a double backing hairpin section here. Just about held onto it. And then we have another chicane from the tyre bundles up here. This is where it starts to run out of development work, so we kind of come off this side here and then cut through this gate. That's about as far as we got up to so far, but there'll be some more work done on that to try and improve the layout and then finish it off. But the idea being is we'll do some kind of test section in here and then come out right here through this gate, out the end of the pit lane. And then come and finish over the finish line. So that's the idea anyway. I'm still working on it. But the 86 is actually quite nice to drive. Obviously had a bit of a sketchy start, as you point out, Ginks. Ginkers, yep, that's wasn't the best start for a rally stage, obviously. It's going to drift the oval in the in the 86. This is actually quite a cool little car as well, like the Nardi steering wheel on it. Yeah, so just kind of playing around with editor. I haven't done it for a little while, so I thought I'd give it a go and see what came up with it. So yeah, so that's that. So let's go with one final car to test for this evening. I'm sure there'll be more streams where we test out some more cars, but I'm going to leave this one entirely up to you guys. So let me know in the chat which one you want to see me drive, and we will make that happen. Meantime, I'll select a regular layout. Where should we go? Go to Aston. We'll go to do the club circuit. So yeah, let me know in the chat which one you want to see. I'll scroll through and then you can call some out. I can't believe the biplane. It's just crazy. We've got like MX-5s and things in here as well. Some of these we've already driven in the previous stream, but there's still a few extras. Do they have a Fusker type equivalent? Well, they actually do. They actually do, guys. We have where is it? Unless it's been removed, actually. Because I've not seen it. I thought there was one, but looks like it's no longer there. A shame. But yeah, they had like an actual Beetle, and they had a Beetle wagon as well, but they may have been models which were not approved, maybe. Not even sure you want to see. It seems you've covered all bases. We've done a few things, haven't we, so far? Tried all sorts of different cars and vehicles. Okay, well let's see what else we got up here. Anything else we haven't tried yet? Okay. Let's see what we've got. Well, we haven't tried any of the old Sky, the Hakasukas, so I might try one of those. There's a few different variants of those, so find them. So we've got that one here. I think we'll give this one a go, which is old school 70s cool. Pride seat, very nice. REM Plus, and then we have a Dakotan version, which has the exposed oil cooler on the front. Very, very cool. We'll give this a go. Let's try this in go with the racing red. Okay, here we go. So need a random button. Yeah, just give me anything, give me all you've got. So here we go. Inside of this one then, nice interior. We've got some wood paneling on there, got some nice chrome sections. Obviously I love the that's exactly what I was going with. Good suggestion, Kinkies. Yeah, we've got the mirrors on the bonnet, which are really cool. A nice switch gear on the dash there as well. Let's try and look over to our left. Also chrome fittings and fixtures on the inside. So here we go. Let's have a listen to this. That sounds good. Okay, let's see how this drives. The sounds are rather nice. Actually, for some reason, I don't know why, I was expecting it to have a little bit more power than it seems to have, actually. I mean, I know it's an older car and so on, but I actually would expect it to be a bit quicker than this, actually. But it's still good, though. It's obviously going along quite nicely anyway. But here we go, then. Down towards what is essentially the first corner. I'm going to include that little right-handed sweeper, or this left-hand one here. This is the first braking zone. Hard on the brakes. Here we go. Under the bridge. See how it goes to this section here, which is always quite a unbalancing couple of corners, but it seems to go through there quite nicely. Quite light on the force feedback side of things, but again, you can turn that up. But it handles quite nice. I mean, it's again another car that you can throw sideways and actually hold it there and just kind of play around with the throttle to try and keep that slide going if you can. But again, it's just more proof that, you know, there's so many good quality mods being produced for Live for Speed. I mean, again, this is a 2002 era sim, and you know, the fact that it's still going, still being worked on, still being modded and modded very successfully and well, you know, it's just fabulous, and I'm so glad that Live for Speed is still live and kicking in all its forms, because it really is a very, very fine sim, and it really does provide a good showcase of physics, of how you can actually work with it and produce all sorts of different creations, as you've seen this evening, from the sublime to the absolutely ridiculous. But it all works, and it's all just so much fun, and that's what I love about it, because it's just nice and relaxing, nice and chill, but you have a good laugh doing it as well, and that's what I love about it. So big thank you to you guys for coming on and joining us this evening and being a part of our stream. I really thank you for all your inputs and all your suggestions, and thank you for those guys who have been brave enough to let me sample your work even before it's been put live. That's just I feel very honoured to be able to have the opportunity to drive them before they are public, so thank you guys, I really appreciate that. But I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do click the like button below. Helps us get the stream out to more people, so they can see all this quality work. And if you are new here and you have enjoyed the stream and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I haven't put a video out for a week and a little bit now, but things have been very, very busy, so I'm hoping that this week things will calm down enough for me to be able to create a video for you guys to see. And it's just so good to be able to create content for you guys, and I'm glad that you enjoy what we do. So that just about sums us up for this evening, and we will definitely be back doing some more stuff in Live for Speed in the very near future, so do stick around for that. But yeah, we'll see you all very, very soon indeed. Thank you guys once again. Manjula says, yeah, we take it serious in the racing scene. There's no chill sometimes. It's good to have a relax and a chill and just enjoy sim racing and just having fun with it. So yeah, big thanks guys, and we'll be back again soon, if not for another live stream on Saturday next week, but hopefully before, with another video for you guys to watch. So stay tuned, and we'll see you all very, very soon indeed. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.